Welcome to when ancient Greeks threw parties, inside the wild world of Dionysian festivals. Picture this, a group of ancient Greeks, dressed in animal skins, dancing wildly, and drinking more wine than you can imagine. That's right, today, we're diving deep into the raucous, riotous, and downright rowdy world of the Dionysian festivals. Grab your party hats, folks, because this is going to be a wild ride. Part 1, Dionysus and the Dionysian festivals. Before we dive into the craziness of these parties, let's meet the man behind the mayhem, Dionysus, the ancient Greek god of wine, fertility, and revelry. This guy was born to party. 1. Literally. As the son of Zeus and a mortal mother, Dionysus was always an outsider. Perhaps that's why he was the life of the party. Dionysus had an unusual upbringing, even by Greek mythology standards. When his mother, Semele, perished before his birth, Zeus saved baby Dionysus by sewing him into his thigh. And thus, Dionysus was born twice. Talk about a unique origin story. Dionysian festivals were celebrated throughout ancient Greece in honor of Dionysus. They were filled with wine, music, and dancing, and they were basically the ancient version of anything goes. That's right, these parties were wilder than a frat house during homecoming week. Part 2, Types of Dionysian Festivals. There were several types of Dionysian festivals, each with its own unique brand of debauchery. 1. The city Dionysia. This was the big kahuna of the Dionysian festivals. Held annually in Athens, this week-long event featured theatrical performances, feasting, and, of course, lots and lots of wine. It was like Coachella, but with togas and less glitter. During the city Dionysia, Athens was transformed into a festive wonderland. Elaborate decorations adorned the city, and even prisoners were temporarily released to partake in the celebrations. It was a time when the whole city came together to revel in honor of Dionysus. 2. The rural Dionysia. This was basically the city Dionysia's little brother. Held in the countryside, it was a smaller, more intimate affair. Think of it as the ancient Greek version of a backyard barbecue, with everyone dancing around the fire, toasting Dionysus, and having a great time. The rural Dionysia was celebrated in small towns and villages across Greece. It was a way for rural communities to join in the festivities and pay homage to Dionysus, who was believed to bring fertility to their crops and vineyards. 3. The Lenaia. This winter festival had a unique twist. During the Lenaia, the ancient Greeks would actually wake up Dionysus by stomping on grapes, creating a cacophony of sounds to rouse the god from his winter slumber. It's like when your roommate blasts music at 8 a.m. on a Saturday, but with more wine. In addition to grape stomping, the Lenaia also featured theatrical performances and sacrifices to Dionysus. It was a way for the ancient Greeks to usher in the new year and prepare for the upcoming spring season. 4. The Anthsteria. Last but not least, we have the Anthsteria. This 3-day spring festival celebrated the opening of the wine jars from the previous year. It's like that moment when you crack open a bottle of aged wine, but multiplied by 1,000. The Anthsteria was a time of both celebration and ritual purification. The ancient Greeks would partake in drinking and feasting, but also perform ceremonies to cleanse their homes and cities of any lingering malevolent spirits. They even had a day called Chos, dedicated entirely to drinking wine. Talk about a well-rounded party. Part 3, The Wild Rituals of the Dionysian Festivals. Now, let's get to the juicy stuff, the wild rituals and activities that made Dionysian festivals infamous. The procession. The party began with a procession of revelers carrying phalluses, singing and dancing in honor of Dionysus. This was essentially the ancient Greeks' way of saying, "Hey, everyone. The party's here. And it's going to be a blast." The processions were more than just a rowdy parade. They served as a means of connecting communities and showcasing the artistic talents of musicians, dancers, and other performers. They were a powerful testament to the unifying power of celebration. 2. The Dithyramb. This was a frenzied, choral song and dance performed in honor of Dionysus. Imagine a group of ancient Greeks, dressed in animal skins, stomping and dancing to the beat of drums. It's like a modern-day mosh pit, but with more wine-soaked mayhem. The Dithyramb was a crucial component of the Dionysian festivals, as it showcased the transformative power of music and dance. Participants would often enter a state of ecstasy, transcending their everyday lives and connecting with the divine spirit of Dionysus. 3. The Satyr play. This was a short, comedic play performed during the city Dionysia. It featured a chorus of satyrs, half-man, half-goat creatures, who would poke fun at the gods and heroes of Greek mythology. Think of it as the ancient version of Saturday Night Live, but with more mythological mockery. The satyr play was a unique theatrical genre, blending bawdy humor with elements of tragedy. It was a way for the ancient Greeks to poke fun at their own society and beliefs while still paying homage to their revered gods. 4. The drinking contests. No Dionysian festival would be complete without a good old-fashioned drinking contest. Ancient Greeks would compete to see who could drink the most wine in the shortest amount of time. It's like a college beer pong tournament, but with more sophisticated beverages. These contests were not just about bragging rights. They were also a means of demonstrating one's devotion to Dionysus, who was believed to grant his followers a higher level of tolerance for wine. It was a way for the ancient Greeks to show their love for their party-loving god. 5. The sparagmos. This was an intense ritual where participants would tear apart an animal, usually a goat or a bull, with their bare hands, and then eat its raw flesh. It was believed that by consuming the raw flesh, they could absorb the animal's power and vitality. It's like a really hardcore version of eating a rare steak, but we definitely wouldn't recommend trying this at home. The sparagmos was a symbolic representation of the wild, untamed nature of Dionysus and his followers. By participating in this ritual, ancient Greeks sought to connect with their primal instincts and channel the raw energy of the god of wine and revelry. 6. The initiation rites. For those seeking a deeper connection to Dionysus, there were secret initiation rites known as the Bacchic mysteries. These rituals were shrouded in mystery, but they were believed to involve intense, ecstatic experiences that brought participants closer to the divine. The exact nature of the Bacchic mysteries remains unknown, but what we do know is that they were exclusive and highly sought-after events. They offered a select few the opportunity to experience a deeper, more profound connection with Dionysus and the world of the divine. Part 4. The lasting impact of Dionysian festivals. So, what's the legacy of these wild Dionysian festivals? Well, for one, they left a lasting impact on Greek culture and society. The festivals were a way for the ancient Greeks to let loose and break free from the constraints of their everyday lives. They allowed people from all walks of life to come together and celebrate, creating a sense of community and camaraderie. Moreover, Dionysian festivals also played a crucial role in the development of ancient Greek theater. The city Dionysia was the birthplace of many famous Greek tragedies and comedies, which were performed in the presence of thousands of spectators. In fact, renowned playwrights like Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Aristophanes all debuted their works during the festival. The influence of Dionysian festivals can still be seen in modern theater and performing arts. Many contemporary plays and performances draw inspiration from the themes and structures of ancient Greek theater, ensuring that the spirit of Dionysus lives on in the world of the arts. And, of course, let's not forget the impact these parties had on the world of wine. The Dionysian festivals celebrated the art of winemaking, and it was during these festivities that many innovations in the production and consumption of wine took place. The ancient Greeks may have partied hard, but they also knew a thing or two about quality vino. In fact, the Dionysian festivals helped to establish wine as an integral part of Greek culture and society. The cultivation of vineyards and the production of wine were seen as divine gifts from Dionysus, and this reverence for the craft of winemaking has persisted throughout the centuries. Conclusion. And there you have it, folks, a wild journey into the world of Dionysian festivals. These ancient Greek parties were a sight to behold, filled with wine, dancing, and enough debauchery to make even the most seasoned partygoer blush. So, the next time you find yourself raising a glass in celebration, remember the ancient Greeks who partied hard in honor of Dionysus, and maybe take a moment to channel your inner satyr. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride through ancient Greek revelry. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating journeys into history, culture, and the world around us. Until next time, stay curious and keep partying, responsibly, of course.